Hey yogis, let's come to the top of our mat with our feet a little bit wider than our hips. Bring a gentle bend to the knees. Place both palms here over the space of your heart. Allow your eyes to close. Give yourself a few cleansing breaths to drop into your practice. So a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, empty out. Inhale, filling up. Exhale to release. Last cycle like this. Big breath in. Exhale and let something go. Enjoy the breath now as it travels in and out through the nose. Begin here to invite your awareness to settle onto your breath. Feel that you become completely absorbed by the breath. So that this breath can serve as an anchor in the present moment. When we feel ourselves become distracted, we allow ourselves to come back to breath. We are filming this practice just fresh out of the holiday season. Perhaps you are coming back to the mat for the first time since the holidays. Perhaps you're making a resolution to come onto the mat for the first time at all. So can you use this practice as an invitation to bring you back into the flow of life, back into the rhythm of life. And perhaps this is our guiding intention as we travel through practice together. Give yourself a moment, a couple of breaths to reconnect with the flow of life. We open practice together with a single chant of Om. Inhale as we expand the hands away from the heart space, chanting Om to draw back to the body. Om. Joining palms together at the space of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Exhale, release the hands, blink the eyes open. Let's come to the top of our mat with the feet just hip width apart now. Feeling tall and strong in Tadasana. A few half salutations as we warm up. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, lift your gaze. Exhale, pouring forward, Uttanasana, releasing hands out of neck. On the inhale, lift and lengthen just halfway, opening the heart away from the thighs. As you exhale, forward fold. Strong legs, inhale, we rise again, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, joining palms together at the heart. Inhale. Exhale, bowing to the earth, Uttanasana. Taking your time, full breath, inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, we rise. Joining palms together at the space of the heart. Exhale. Starting to add on now. Inhale. And taking time to move and warm up into the body. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, lengthening just halfway, reaching the crown and tail away from each other. As we exhale, we soften the knees and plant our palms, step back to plank shape and pause here. Feel a little fire in the belly today, some core cultivation. So as we inhale, we gently round the spine, pull the navel in and gaze at the navel. And then as you exhale, coming right back to plank, lengthening crown and heels away from each other. Inhale, press into the space between the shoulder blades, draw up. Exhaling right back into plank. Inhale again. Exhale, gently shining open from the heart. 2 more cycles like this. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, we open. Last time, big breath. Exhale, opening up. Send the knees to the earth, untuck the toes, shift your hips back so they're stacked over the knees. Walk the hands forward, Anahatasana. Stretching fingertips as far forward as you can, and then opening our heart toward the earth. You can relax the head and neck. A couple of deep breaths here, bringing length through the spine, length along the sideways. Rooting our hands into the earth strongly. Another cycle of breath. Now the new breath, we release our forearms and tuck our toes, lift the knees and shift forward to forearm plank. We'll just pause here. Hug in at the navel, lengthen through the tail. Again, feeling the heels press back and the crown reach forward. Another cycle in. Exhale, pelvis down. Reach through the toes. Press the palms and forearms into the earth and then begin to draw your heart between the window of the arms for Sphinx. Full breath in. Exhale, come all the way to the earth. Send the arms overhead, palms press, full pranam, bow into the earth. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, empty out. Open the feet up the width of your mat. Slide your fingertips back and wider than the shoulders. Press your pelvis down, and as you inhale, begin to peel your heart off of the earth. Shoulder blades hug the spine. Exhale, we soften. 2 more, just like this. Inhale, rising with a slow unraveling of the heart. Exhale, surrendering to the earth. 1 more cycle like this. Inhale, shoulder blades hug the spine. We rise up long through the legs. Exhale, releasing to the earth. Bringing the feet back to hip width and the palms flat under the shoulders now. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra, or if you're ready, stand on the hands. Lift the thighs, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Take as much time as you need. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. In our first down dog of practice, enjoy any movement that calls to you here. Anything that allows you to bring some stretch and length to your shape. You might pedal the feet. You might shake the head, yes and no. You can open and close the mouth, relax and release through the jaw. You might lift one leg at a time, release the hips. Giving yourself this moment to check in with the body. And eventually settling into our foundation with the fingers spread wide, the palms root down and forward, the thigh bones press back, our heels lengthen away from our toes and down toward the earth. And on the inhale, let's roll the spine forward, set up plank, shoulders over wrists. Again, navel in, tail long. And as you exhale, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward, find plank. Pause and connect with your center of strength. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, shifting forward, plank pose, let's stay. First chaturanga, you can drop the knees or take it with straight legs. Exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, shoulders back, elbows in. Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha, cobra or up dog. Exhale, in your own way, press back. Downward facing dog, take your time. Feel a breath in. Release the breath out. Open your feet up to the edges of your mat and gently dial your heels out so the outer edges of your feet align with the edges of your mat. And then our hands will hook onto the outside of our mat. With the thumbs pointing forward and we root deep into the heels of the hands as we lengthen through the heels of the feet. Feel that we are creating more space in the heart and shoulders. Two more breaths. Let's start to draw back to the midline, hands to shoulder width, feet to hip width. Settle in, down dog. With a nice long inhale, allow the right leg to float up. Keep the hip rolling down so you can see the toes. As you exhale, pull the knee to the nose, round the upper spine, shift forward, pause. Inhale, press back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee pulls to the nose. Again, press into the back door of the heart and then slowly step your right foot through between the hands. So you want knee tracking over ankle, you can use the right hand to help. Come on to the fingertips here for a moment. Draw the heart forward, shoulders back. Just take a couple of lovely breaths here in our first lunge. Sometimes it calls to our body to find a little bit of circular movement here to generate some opening in the hip. Another breath. Plant the palms and step back, down dog. Settle in. As you inhale, allow the left leg to float up again. We can see the toes, so the hip is rolling down. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose. Navel to the spine. Inhale, lengthen back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee pulls in. Now help her step your left foot through between the hands. We find lunge. Come onto your fingertips. Draw the side body long and the heart open with the shoulders down. Sometimes we explore a little bit of movement here in the hips. Another breath. And as you exhale, plant the palms, stepping back, Adho Mukha, down dog. So knowing that you can turn the volume up or down according to the needs of your practice in this moment. If you need a little more fire, take a vinyasa here. Inhale forward to plank. Chaturanga, knees or straight legs. Exhale, lower. Your choice, cobra or upward facing dog. Big inhale into the heart. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing. Releasing out. Another breath here. On the new inhale, allow the right leg to float up. Hip pointing down. Exhale, knee to nose, pause around the upper spine, really hug it up. Inhale, lengthen back, three-legged dog. Exhale, pulling knee to nose, and from the strength of the core, help step your right foot through between the hands. Find your lunge. Strong legs, inner thighs hug. Inhale, taking arms to the sky for a high lunge. Settle in. If the shoulders feel tight, the hands can stay wide here. If the shoulders feel open, you might press the palms. As if the upper arms could hug the ears, sometimes we have the space to gently curl back over the spine as we descend into the earth. Another breath. Exhale, circle hands to the earth. Step back, down dog. Left side, inhale, left heel floats straight up. Exhale, pulling knee to nose, pause, hug in. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, knee to nose, help her step your left foot through. Get grounded through the feet, strong in the legs. Inhale, press it. Both arms through the sky. Again, listen to your shoulders. Hands can stay wide or palms can press. Shoulders stay over hips. If you need more stability here in the core, or if it feels okay in the spine, the upper arms can hug the ears. We gently curl back as we lift straight into the center of the heart. Another breath. Exhale, release. Touching our mat, stepping back, downward facing dog. Again, your choice. Listen to how much movement your body needs. You can stay here or take child's pose. You might feel the need for a vinyasa to reset, so coming forward to plank. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, opening the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, drawing back, downward facing dog. Few deep breaths. Cleansing breaths out of the mouth when we need to let something go. Another cycle here. Take a really nice inhale, allow the right leg to stroke the sky. So here, if it calls to you, you might roll the hip open as if you could stack your right hip on top of your left. And as you exhale, pull the knee in. Same action, rounding spine, navel pulls in. Help her step your right foot through. Fine lunge. So we'll set up Vera 1 in the legs. Dial your back heel down, toes in 45 degrees. Step your hands to the inside of your right foot and then walk the hands forward. So there's extension in the spine as if the spine is in down dog and the legs are in warrior 1. Breathing deep into the right hip. Be mindful to root down into the left foot. And continue to lift left inner thigh as you draw the right hip back. Another 2 here. And we'll start to walk the hands back toward us. and turn toward the left long edge of our mat. Then when you arrive, spin the heels in and the toes out. Skandasana side to side. So bend the left knee as you straighten the right leg. And as you inhale, move through center. Exhale, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. So you can shift side to side with your breath rhythm. We move only as fast as our deepest breath here. For balance, you might keep hands or fingertips on the earth. For something more dynamic, the hands can come up to the heart space. They can also extend out in front of you. Or you can find a bit of sahaja movement in the arms, a spontaneous, fluid movement. Try one more breath on each side. The next time that you come through center, stay. Toes point forward in just a tiny bit. With the fingertips under the shoulders, inhale, lengthen halfway, pull the heart forward. Exhale and bow. Softening chin to chest, releasing crown of the head toward the earth. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. The thigh bones press back as the weight gently rocks forward here toward the balls of the feet. Take another 2 breaths. As you inhale, come back up onto the fingertips, find length. Little bend in the knees, hands to waist, press through the feet and rise. So a tricky transition, but we're taking warrior 1 to the front of the mat. So the left toes dial in significantly, right toes dial forward. We find a deep bend in the right knee. Ground into the left heel as you send the right shin forward and then arms through the sky, full Virabhadrasana 1. We'll move a little bit. So on the inhale, press through the right foot, straighten the leg and lengthen through fingertips. And as you exhale, root into the back heel, send the right shin forward. Inhale, straighten the leg, lengthen. Exhale, bend, descending into right hip. One more, inhale, reach tall. Exhale, Vira 1. Take a breath in. Breath out, hands to the earth, lift your back heel. Step back to plank pose. Your choice if you'd like the vinyasa here, chaturanga. You can always meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog, we meet. Couple of breaths. New cycle, inhale, allow the left leg to float up, and then if it feels good in your hip, you might roll the left hip open. Be sure to keep the left shoulder in line with the right, so you have to press through the hand even deeper. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose, round the spine, shift forward, help her step your left foot through between the hands. Find lunge first, and setting up warrior 1, back heel down, toes in. Walk the hands to the inside of your left foot and forward. As you root into the outer edge of the right heel, you lift the inner thigh. And again, drawing the left hip back. Maintaining deep, full breath rhythm. Last 2 here. Inhale, slowly walk the hands toward you, and then let's turn to the right long edge of our mat. Spin the heels in and the toes out, and shifting side to side once again in our Skandasana variations. So as you bend one knee, the opposite leg straightens. Knowing that you can keep hands on the earth here, Or you can take something more dynamic. Hands can come up to the heart. They can reach out to the side. You can enjoy some Sahaja movement. Enjoy about one more cycle in each direction. We'll meet at center. Toes point forward, fingertips under shoulders. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, forward fold. If you have the space in this cycle, you might hook first the middle fingers around the big toes and then find another lengthening breath in. Exhale, elbows to the side, draw your heart down. Few deep breaths. Last two like this. Gently releasing if you have the toes. Feel another lengthening inhale. A little bend in the knees. Bring your hands to the waist. Press through the feet and rise. We're transitioning into warrior one at the top of our mat. So left toes turn forward. Right toes turn in. As you root into the right heel, you send the left shin toward the front of your mat. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, arms to the sky. Moving a bit here, so next new breath, press through the left foot, straighten the legs, reach. Exhale, deep bend in the front knee as you root into the back heel. Inhale, find length. Exhale, go deep. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, find warrior one. Pause for an in-breath. Exhale, hands to the earth, back heel rises, step back to plank. Your choice here, chaturanga or meet us in downward facing dog. Knowing you can always take child's pose. Down dog. As you're ready, few deep breaths. Drinking breath in through the nose. Releasing breath out of the mouth, empty out. One more full cycle. From here, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. In your own way, come to the top of your mat with the feet together between the hands. As you inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, half fold. Exhale, full Uttanasana, bow. Utkatasana, chair, take a deep bend in the knees, sink into the hips. Inhale, arms to the sky. As you exhale, press through the feet, reach tall. Hands settle into the heart. 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar B. Get a little more fire going. Release the hands. Inhale, sitting low in our chair. Exhale, bowing to the earth. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Through a vinyasa here, or you can meet us in downward facing dog. Finding down dog on the exhale. Inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, stepping through. End of the exhale, the back heel is down, warrior one. Big drink of breath in. Exhale, touching the earth, vinyasa. Second side, left leg floats through the sky. Exhale, pulling through, take your time. End of the breath, back heel is down. New breath, we stand tall, strong, warrior one. Exhale, touch the earth. Resetting here with Vinyasa. And we meet once again, downward facing dog, few deep breaths. Cleansing breaths where we need them, letting go. Another cycle. As you inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step or float top of the mat. Lengthen halfway on the in-breath. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana chair, inhale. Exhale, press to stand, lengthen through fingertips. Hands settle into the heart space. One more round like this. Inhale, chair. Exhale, bow. Inhaling halfway. Step or floating back through a Vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Right leg, inhale, floats up. Exhale. Inhale, stand strong, mirror one. Exhale to the earth through a Vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. Left side, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rising up out of the earth, warrior one. Exhale, Vinyasa or down dog here. Few wonderful breaths in down dog. If you need a lunar pause, send your knees to the earth. Bring your toes together, press back, Balasana. And if the arms need a break in child's pose, you can wrap the arms around the legs. You can certainly turn onto one cheek or allow the forehead to rest on the earth. Enjoying 2 more breaths wherever you are. If you're in child's pose with the arms wrapped, send the fingertips out in front of you once again. It's all fine. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Nice long inhale, allow your right leg to float up. Full exhale, stepping our right foot through between the hands. Back heel dials down, inhale, warrior one. As you exhale, pass the hands through the heart. Press open into Virabhadrasana 2. We adjust the feet slightly. Pausing here, Vira 2. Pulsing in the right legs. With every exhale, we deepen into the hips. And radiate through fingertips as an extension of the heart. From here, you'll turn to the long edge of the mat with the heels in and the toes out, deep bend in the knees. And wrap your right elbow over your left for Eagle, Garudasana in the arms. Send the elbows away from you, lift your fingertips toward the sky. Breathe into the upper back. Descending into hips with every breath out. On the next exhale, release the arms, straighten the legs, and point the toes forward now. Interlace your hands behind the back, press the palms. A big inhale to roll the heart open. And as we exhale, we fold, bowing all the way over the legs, reaching the arms up and overhead as if one day they will find the earth behind us. You might enjoy a little shimmy in the shoulders here. Still maintaining active legs with thigh bones pressing back, weight rocking forward. Another deep breath. Send our hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Bend the knees, press to stand. Utthita Trikonasana to the right side. So the right toes turn out, left toes in just a hair. Send your arms to a T, inhale. And as you exhale, reach past the right toes. When you can't go any further, then send hand to shin, left hand above shoulder. So if it's in your practice to deepen, you can send your right hand to a block or to the earth on the outside of the leg. Any variation that calls to you with this top arm, you're certainly invited to take it here. Sometimes we bind, half or full. More important that we stay expansive across the heart. And listen to your neck. Find a place that feels manageable. Another breath. Deep bend in the right knee. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. You can exhale your right forearm to your thigh and your left arm over the ear and breathe here. Or again, you can send a block to the outside of your right foot, or maybe just finding the earth. So left arm reaches overhead, or again here, taking half or full bind. Left hand can come behind the back, half bind, or right arm threads under the thigh, full bind. If you are binding, don't let it compromise the opening of the heart. And especially in the full bind, we're resisting the urge to rest on our right thigh. Maintaining length for 2 more cycles of breath. Exhale, release, unwind. Touch the earth, step back to plank pose and bring the feet together. Left side, Vashisthasana, side plank. You can keep legs stacked, or you can modify by dropping the bottom knee. Right hand can stay at the hip, it can reach taller, it can also extend all the way up and overhead. Press the earth away from you as you lift your hips toward the sky. Another breath in. Exhale, back into plank. Option here, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. A few deep breaths. Taking deep breath in through the nose. Releasing breath out of the mouth. Inhale and allow your left leg to rise. Exhale, pulling foot through, finding lunge. Back heel down, strong legs. Inhale, rising up, Virabhadra. Exhale, hands pass through the heart. We open wide, Virabhadrasana 2. Take your time to settle into foundation, and then with every exhale, can you deepen into the left hip? Feel yourself radiate through fingertips as an extension of an open heart. Another breath. And we turn to the right long edge of our mat with the heels in and the toes out. And on this side, we take our left elbow on top of our right elbow. Garudasana arms, send them away from you, lift your fingertips toward the sky. Feel open across the upper back, and then descend into the hips. Sometimes we encourage a little sway here, side to side. Another cycle of breath. Release the hands, straighten the legs, toes forward, heels out just a tiny bit. Clasp the hands and then change the cross of your fingers so it feels a little awkward. Inhale, roll the shoulders open. Exhale, forward fold. As if the arms could reach all the way up and overhead. Again, you might feel that little shimmy. Another 2 breaths. Release the hands. Feel length on the inhale. And then standing all the way up. Set up for Utthita Trikonasana, left side. Arms to a T, inhale. Exhale, feel so much length. Maintain this length and then settle into your shape. Find a place for the arms that feels manageable. Find a place for the neck that feels manageable. Again, if you're moving into more dynamic spaces, you might take a bind, half or full. Feel a left hip bone roll under the body, the thigh roll open, and then navel to crown, all opening up. 2 more full breaths. Bring a deep bend to the front knee. Inhale, rise up once again, warrior 2. And on the exhale, we'll come into Parsva Konasana. So knowing that you can bring forearms to thigh with the right arm over the ear, this might be enough. You might drop your left hand to the earth or a block. Again, you might feel a bind, so you might take right hand behind the back. You might take left hand under the thigh and clasp. Again, more important that we aren't compromising the gentle twist here. We're resisting the urge to rest on the front thigh. Last deep breath. Exhale, unwind, touch the earth. Step back to plank with your feet together, right side, Vashisthasana. So legs can stay stacked, or you can modify. You might drop the bottom knee, left hand to hip, toward the sky, or all the way overhead, reach. Continue to lift hip bones toward the ceiling for another breath. Exhaling, plank. Optional vinyasa here. You can meet us in down dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Big drink of breath in. Full drink of breath out. Let's drop the knees, few breaths in Balasana, child's pose. Knowing again that you can wrap the arms around the legs here, you can turn onto one cheek or the forehead can rest. Give yourself a couple of breaths to slow down. Reconnect with your breath rhythm. And as you're ready, we meet once again, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Inhale, allow your right leg to float up. Open the hip, bend the knee, stretch. So keep the right shoulder in line with your left. Lengthen through the left heel. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, we step through. And on the inhale, we find Vira One. Inhale, Warrior One, standing tall. Exhale, interlace hands behind your back, press the palms. Inhale, roll the heart open. Exhale, humble warrior bow. So just like when our hands were on the earth, same action in the legs. Right hip draws back, left hip forward. Lifting left inner thigh. And if you're all the way to the inside of the knee, then you begin to relax the head and neck for just 2 more here. Inhale, rise. Send your hands to the earth. Lift your back heel. And then step your right toes back several inches. Dial all 10 toes to the right. Stand on the left hand and bring your right fingertips to the sky. You can sweep them over the ear. If you want something more dynamic, get your right toes behind the left knee. You can stay here in the side body opening, where you can sort of open hips and heart, flipping into more of a wild flame shape. Another breath. Exhale, release. Pull the right knee into the nose, hug in. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale again, the right foot steps through and between the hands. Send your back knee to the earth. Untuck the toes. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Lizard pose. You can come down onto forearms. You can keep the back knee on the earth, or you can tuck the toes and lift the knee. Few deep breaths like this. Continuing to draw the heart forward. And as you inhale, come up onto the hands. Plant your left hand on the earth, bend the left leg, and reach back for the